Audio should be back now. I forgot to plug the Yeti in. I already set it so that it would work properly. Welcome, Mark. How are you? You missed the end of yesterday's stream where I basically had all my energy robbed of me by a dead power supply. I just created a new Windows install USB because I'm constantly losing these things. So I buy them in like 10 packs. I buy the Samsung Bar Pluses because they're really amazing SSDs. THP, I've actually started the stream from YouTube Studio, and then you can click on it in OBS. It makes you schedule a stream that way to get that to work, but I mean, it gets it done, so that way I get the monetization. I'm really annoyed that $400 4070 Ti you sent me is in New Jersey and not in Connecticut. Welcome, Mido. I always forget Mado. MDO. There we go. That's totally better. Yes, I did offer $200 on a 4060. You are reading that correct. It's listed for $250, so I offered $200. Okay. All right. Get updates going on this thing. How are you all doing today? Hopefully you guys are doing well. We've got the Galaxy Z Flip 5, as always, as my stream companion device, so that I can actually still, like, stay connected with the world. I'm sure you guys all saw Jimmy Buffett's dead, which is not amazing. Holy moly, I have so many Windows updates to do. What do you guys think? So, what should I build? I can do... I guess I've got 7800X3D and board. Jimmy Buffett, the singer from Margaritaville. I got 7800X3D board and 4090 I can do. But this is going to be a 4080 build. I've already got high end. Alright, so I need entry level. I've got a couple 5500s in stock. I think I've got 2 or 3. So 5500, 6600 build is a great baseline. And then, depending on what I want to do after the fact, whether it be ARC or another 3070 build, which have been flying off the shelves, let me be clear. Anytime I say that, all I can think of is the meme that's, when sand hits, what is it, like 1800 degrees? Hey! How's it going, Mochi? Got that nice Galaxy Z Flip 5. Send me some Samsung Elite points. Look, it flips. It's got an awesome cover screen that you can use with good luck to be able to play games and stuff on it. You guys all having a good morning? THP. We're gonna do... Well, here's the thing about the ARC card. No fault of Miranda's, but I'm gonna list the thing at literal cost. And... because... I don't know how to price it. And a segue to our sponsor, Samsung. That would be the dream. No, it doesn't matter who it is. Saying the segue to our sponsor would be the dream. Just getting sponsored. It doesn't matter who it is. Someone sponsor me, please. I guess I don't want Raid Shadow Legends, so I do have standards. For those of you who are new to my streams, I don't think any of you guys who are actually here, but I've got my MacBook in the corner. That's what I keep looking over at. That's where I've got chat. I really need to find a way to mount my G9, my spare. Yes, the fact that I just said I have a spare Samsung G9. I need to find a way to mount that here so I can do picture-in-picture so that I have my system I'm working on as well as the chat and everything on one side and on the other side. One half and that each taking up half of the display. Samsung would be a pretty good sponsor. Simply because they make good products. Such as this SSD that we'll use. It's a Samsung 970 EVO Plus NVMe. You know what? No. I apologize, guys, but if Raid Shadow Legends offered me $1 million to do a sponsorship, I would do it. Bro, did you return your 970 EVO Plus? Next EV video to drop. I've got 2 in the works at the moment. Well, 3 that I'm about to do. Miranda. Sell out! Yeah. For $1 million. Sorry, I would sell out if they gave me, at my current channel size, $1 million. Because then that would enable me to do so much more with my content. It would be worth it long term for the channel. In all honesty. Oh, nice. Alright, I'll let you guys pick. Well, this isn't going to be the dirt cheap build, so it's not going to go into focus 2. Steve. So I got my car down to 3%. I've DC fast charged it back up to 80 and everything. I actually had to level 2 charge it so I could make it to the DC charger. But, yeah. That's, there's a lot of phantom drain there. It was chewing through about 0.5% an hour on vehicle to load without anything being used. Which is just nuts. It literally should have a fail-safe mode where it just doesn't allow you to pull any more power out and will disengage the high voltage battery. The problem is, currently, it doesn't disengage the high voltage. And that's where we have issues. Steve, also, some people are starting to actually see real numbers in their state of health in the car scanner app. So mine's showing 91.8% state of health. And it only started going down probably about 2 weeks ago. But it looks like I've got 91.8% maximum capacity of what it originally had. So I'm going to keep an eye on that in the near future and see if it just drops significantly, because obviously there was one person today who posted on the Genesis group thread that his is saying he's got 79% of his original battery capacity remaining. And he's done 17,000 miles. It does sound sketchy, but I'm going to try and, in the near future, I'll drain my car down to like 5% again, and then I will charge it to full. Right now I'm just charging it to full and seeing what Car Scanner reports as the maximum value when charged to full. Mark, it is not considered a good value after only 20,000 miles in a year. THP, usually that's over the course of like 35 to 40,000 miles in 2 years. 2 to 3 years, actually. I've got 20k miles. So, the fact that I'm seeing it this quickly is kind of rough. And the fact that that guy's seeing with 17,000 miles, which his numbers don't line up right unless he has constantly... So he has even more energy usage being run through his battery than I do. His average, as far as driving goes, is like 1.5 miles per kilowatt hour, based on his mileage and how much energy has gone through his battery. The Model Y still has 71 kilowatt hour usable on full pack. Or not usable, but nominal. Obviously, it's got the 3 kilowatt hour buffer. And it was 77.8 when new. So it's 71.3 to like 71.1. That kind of adjusts. I've seen it go up and back down and up and back down and up and back down again. Even across the course of a single drive. So, but like 200 watt hour doesn't matter. They've lost about 8%. Yes, indeed, Steve. So, imagine I need a second charge port replacement and I need a battery replacement. I will literally, if it drops below 80% or below 70%, I am driving to Connecticut and being like, all right, here's the car. I would like you to run through diagnostic on it, and I would like a loaner. I'm at the point where I want to just drive up to a dealer and be like, I have a melting charge port, give me a loaner. Nobody gives me time of day. Hey, Subside, how's it going? Nobody wants to give me a loaner. Nobody wants to get even anywhere close to actually like helping me with my car, and it's really, really, really frustrating. All right, Fractal Focus 2 in black, Fractal Focus 2 in white, Antec DP505, or Antec AX61 are our current choices for cases. I am leaning towards Focus 2 in black, and I'll put this with a 6600. Oh, the Xperia 5B, yes. It's so little and has a... Damn, nice. Winter soon. I'll have I'll be good for a while. I'm gonna run that in the middle of winter and see how hot the charge port gets. Because if it still overheats in the middle of winter, they really have something wrong. Hello! How's it going? And Mark, yeah, there's a decent number of issues with the eGMP platform. This excessive battery wear is surprising, but also not at the same time. Like, this was somewhat expected when you give people 3 years of free DC fast charging. Alright, we'll go Focus 2. like, you got to expect that you're going to have additional wear on the battery and everything. Now, I know they wouldn't have accounted for my vehicle-to-load tendencies, but, I mean, I had to send the stream over to one other person. This one's almost ready to get packed up. Sure, I've got to activate it and stuff like that, but that's fine. We'll get it rebooted, we'll get it shut down. After shutdown, we will get it over towards my photo center. The goal here is to just build. Build until I can't build anymore. Whether it be because I have no room in my recycle bin, which incidentally is already the case, or I have no more motivation to build, or chat goes dead. I mean, having a ton of people here in chat, like I do right now, adds so much motivation to me. Like, you guys just hanging out means a lot to me. Honestly. The worst thing to do is to stream with nobody watching. And nobody chatting. Yeah, no, I know. Like, even if you just message once in a blue moon, sure. The fact that there is a discussion to be had with my people watching right now is amazing. And thank you guys so much for that. I think we're getting close to... Wait, this is live? We're over 1,200 subscribers. Damn. I never thought I'd be anywhere near that. Honestly, I never thought I'd earn money from YouTube. If I'm being upfront with you guys, I never thought I'd earn any money from YouTube. I've got an EV6 video. I'm hypnotized by the lights and can't click away. Hey, Dallin and Jonathan Talks Hardware. How's it going? Yeah, the lights on the case are pretty hypnotizing. So this is a 4080 build we completed yesterday. Let me add up what I spent on it, because I'm sure you guys are curious. I spent about $1,012 on the 4080. And then it's got a 12900K in board, so that was $405. It's got a case, that was $85, and then it's got a 1TB NVMe, that was about $40. And it's got a power supply and a cooler in it, that's about another $110. So $1,652 for a 12900K 4080 build. Yeah, you might as well, honestly. 2,000 subscribers right around the corner. You saw an EV last night. Do you know what it was? And Steve, I actually do all of my editing on my MacBook. I just airdrop it off my iPhone onto the MacBook. Sometimes I hook it up to an external... Sometimes I hook it up to my external monitor. Sometimes I don't. I have an absolutely nuts desktop that I don't even use for video editing because it's faster to video edit on the Mac. And it's faster to video edit on my MacBook Pro, A, because it's the M1 Max, which is like the top tier silicon from last year or 2 years ago or whatever. And B, because of the file formats I'm shooting in. And C, it's so much easier to get my files onto the MacBook because I can just airdrop them wirelessly from my iPhone onto the MacBook itself. And then I just drag them into a timeline, cut the bad bits, add in some overlays, maybe add in a voiceover in some parts, and we're done. Oh, was it Alexis? Subside? If so, that'd be the RZ450E. Or it could be the Toyota BZ4X. ATV riding the whole time when you got the notification that I went live yesterday. Yeah, no worries, Jonathan. I appreciate you coming by. Dallin, yes, they are absolutely insane. It's like, oh, I don't even know what like a baseline would be. I want to try it on my sister's M1. And then my girlfriend has the M1 Pro, and I have the M1 Max. So what I want to do is create a timeline on my phone, try rendering it there, drag that exact same timeline file, like that exact same project file, over to the other two laptops, or all three laptops, and render on each thing, just so I can get kind of like a baseline of how insane this is. If it's charging, don't rush. He'll be there a while. Yeah. iMovie. Like, when I say that I have the simplest workflow ever, I use iMovie to edit. Which, for those of you not in the know, is the free software that comes with every Apple device. It's so simple to use. It's oh my god, I need to stop dropping these things. So many PCIe slot covers. I don't need any of this anymore. See, this is what happens, is I slowly accumulate junk on the table. And I never clean it off. So then every now and then I just gotta grab all the junk and clean it off. Nice. Yeah, Premiere Pro, from what I've heard, is nice. Honestly, like, I bought Lightroom or whatever it was. Whatever the built-in editing tool, whatever the Apple program is that you can pay for, I bought it, didn't like it, returned it. It's just, I don't need that complexity in my life yet. iMovie has a simple magic edit button, and it works. That's good enough for me. I don't need the lighting to be perfect. I don't need color grading. I don't need any of that. Final Cut. Yeah, Final Cut Pro. That's what it is. I don't need any of its features. I mean, here's the thing. macOS isn't designed to run on non-Apple Silicon anymore. It's designed just to be Apple Silicon only. And it's so... It works so well on Apple Silicon. It's just nuts. But yeah, Steve, right now I'm just charging my car to full. Because as I told you, I'm sitting at about a 91.8% state of health on my vehicle. And I want to see what the estimated full charge energy remaining is. Because that'll tell me whether it's actually been degraded or not. I think it is. I think I have actually lost about 8 to 9%. I DC fast charged up to 80%, and now I'm just level 2ing the rest. Why wouldn't you use a Mac desktop? I've been debating getting a Mac Studio. I don't need it. If literally overnight I started getting thousands of, or like tens of thousands of views on every video, and I earned like 500, but like 200 to 500 bucks a video, then yeah, I'd go out and buy one. Other than that, no, I don't need it. Like like I'm saying, my current setup and everything, my current workflow is perfect. It would take a lot of revenue for me to want to try and mess with it. No. I mean, it's estimating that, like, based on the numbers that I'm seeing, I'm estimating that a full charge, so obviously we're 77.4 kilowatt hour raw, like, not usable, but just raw capacity, right? Based on what it was saying at 80%, it looks like my raw capacity that's usable anymore, or my raw capacity that's available anymore at post-degradation, is about 64 kilowatt hour. I don't, like, that's taking SoC BMS, not regular SoC, and multiplying it by the current, or taking the remaining energy and dividing it by SoC BMS. $2023 Ioniq 5 SELs. Yeah. So I'm seeing some for as low as like 42 grand new. And then if you can get, what's it called? So technically Genesis is a Hyundai vehicle. So I can get another $2,500 off that. And they have promotional financing that's as low as like 0.99 a month for 48 months or 0.15 a month for 66 and 1.99 for 72. So like the promotional financing is also coming in clutch at the moment. More than 10% would be noticeable. I'm expecting to have lost about 8 to 10%. But like I said, we'll find out. That guy does say he has been noticing really, really bad range recently. So, like, his obviously was noticeable. i3 or i5? Yeah, I mean, some people like sedans. I'm not one of them. I don't necessarily trust their high voltage battery numbers either. Also, Steve, they fixed that. Like 2 updates ago, I think they fixed that. Not that that's like an accomplishment. It's just an acknowledgement that they have some work to do still, but they did fix that issue. That's the wagon, right? That's the wagon Taycan? The really fast wagon Taycan? Yeah, hey, don't forget to like the stream and all the videos that I produce, because it actually really helps with the algorithm. I don't know how it helps, but it does. Especially on YouTube Shorts. I've noticed if something has a low amount of views to likes, so like if it has a lot of likes for the amount of views it has, the algorithm will grab the video again and re-promote it to a bajillion and a half people, it feels like. That's how some of my most viewed short has like 75,000 views. Because it was a genuinely interesting overview of an electric bus that I saw charging at the Pheasant Lane Mall, where I go to charge a lot. Ooh, MG, so you are European. Because MG is a Euro company that makes a bunch of vehicles, like the MG5. I don't know any of the other ones, but I know there's quite a few of them. I don't know the names of other ones. So we're going to use a RX 6600 in this build. This is going to be our entry build. We're going to go make another one with the ARC card. And I only have 2 of these. So no 3070 build today, I guess. I gotta rip a bunch of fans out of another build, so we'll do that on stream as well. I'm gonna swap that 6800 XT out of the system that I have it in. I'm gonna put my last 3070 in there, because I already have a 6800 XT system. Even if it's not the best price to performance, I already have it listed. And if people want that build, they can buy that build. Mark, I told you about the fact that I've been seeing some really cheap stuff as far as Ionic 5 goes. As far as Ionic 5s go, correct? Just finishing installing software on here. Let's grab a power supply and get that thrown in here. You know what? No. Instead of a 6600, let's do an ARC card. Let's do the Intel ARC. I don't need the super budget stuff right now. I can do that again in a couple of days. So, we've got an Intel Arc A770. This is a graphics card made by Intel. I know, it's actually one of their first competent graphics cards that they've made in a long, long time. I actually don't know if they've ever made dedicated cards before. But they're in the game now. Villain arc about to happen. Ha ha ha. I'm going to put a smart 500 watt in here. It's not a great power supply. It doesn't need to be an amazing power supply. This processor can draw no more than 70 watts. This graphics card can draw no more than 300 watts. So we're looking at like 325 watt full system. Which, yeah, no, this graphics card can draw no more than like, sorry, it's actually more like 150 watts. Or 225. I don't actually know exactly what it is off the top of my head, but the card looks great. I've heard it's got a bunch of RGB. And, yeah, that's the card. I need to add a fan splitter up here at the top so that I can get the CPU fans and the case fans plugged in. The smart power supplies, you know they're perfectly fine, Dallin. Especially for a low power draw part like this. Build like this. I have never used an ARC card. I'm going to list this for literally a cost, because I'm mostly building it so I can mess around with it. I don't expect this to sell well. If it does, maybe I'll buy a couple more. You've had a few ARC cards die? Wait, you've used multiple ARC cards? What? How did you not tell me this? How have you used ARC and I haven't? Oh. You've had a few of the power supplies die on you. That's what the 5-year warranty is for. I realized right before your message came in. It'll be fine. I'll be right back up, guys. I'm going to really quick see if my car's done charging. Not done yet, but I will say it is still charging at full rate. Apparently Ron DeSantis thought it was fine to set something on my my door, which I don't like. So the car is still charging at full rate, which is nice. He wants all of us to join him. Anyways, let's not get too political. I know it's my fault because I literally showed a political flyer, but... sorry guys, that was probably extremely loud. Dallin, what are you up to today? Same with you, Steve. What are you doing? This is so light with no graphics card or power supply in it. Lazy day? Nice. How's your new system running? Nice. Might go to Yellowstone. It is ARC time. Welcome back, THP. Hey, don't say it's Arkin time. Oh, Steve, I was wondering, what are you up to today? Anything fun? Stock AMD cooler is sometimes a bit loud, but usually I've not had issues. Unless you're talking about a Wraith Prism. Those are loud. And those are for some reason much more annoying than any of the other types of stock coolers. Editing summer trips, so much footage. Oh, New England Rev. Nice. That sounds like fun. It's Arkin time. Yes. I'm gonna arc all over the place. It's time to start arcing. You call me the Arcin Knights. This is my first arc. Yes, this is the microphone. Yeah, that's the mic. It sounds pretty amazing from what I've been told. Definitely a lot better than my phone mic being over there. And a lot better than my... What's the word? Laptop mic being over there. Yeah! Oh God. What have I done? I've pulled a Linus and dropped the ARC card. Oh God. Oh God. Oh my God. Oh Jesus. This is what happens when you arc too much. Oh yeah, it's perfect. It's fine. It should be fine. I mean, I've seen Linus do that a million times, and his cards always work. CPUs are another story, but graphics card, yeah. I only dropped the arc. Linus dropped his career. No, Linus does not have infinite budget. Just remember the time that he broke that $10,000 CPU and he couldn't get another one. And he had to spend $4,000 on 2 matched engineering samples instead. He might now have unlimited budget, but he didn't always. Who's the expert here? Next step would be to put it in rice. Yes, I dropped it, Dallin. I don't know why I sound annoyed with you. I'm not annoyed with you. I'm annoyed at myself for dropping it. No worries, Steve. I really need to hire someone to build some systems for me. Because, like, I've got actually really good demand and no time to build all the things I need to build. So, Dallin, if you were still close, I'd, like, hire you as an intern. Or, like, a part-time employee or something. 10 hours a week. I don't know that intern's the correct word. Part-time employee is the correct word. Come on, let me zip tie these things together. Alright, let's see if she's dead. Let's let her rip. Oh wait, we already let her rip. Time to arc all over the place. You prefer partner in crime. I'll keep that in mind for the job listing. The description of the job listing. I was gonna say, did I already lose my new Windows USB that I created right before the stream? Why isn't it lighting up? I have output! I have output! Why isn't the RGB on? No, arcing isn't necessarily a good thing. It's just that one company named it. Why? Okay, that's so dumb. So I have to run a wire off the side of the thing just to get any LED? Yeah, it's not that arcing is a good thing. It's that one company just made a lineup of graphics cards with arc as the name of them. Correlation is causation. Okay. You know, you got me there. You win, I lose, Steve. It's not just on by default, though? What? The hell is this? You're telling me that the lights aren't just on by default? And that isn't a joke? Yeah, rent is kind of bad. Alright, let's see. Yeah, but then you're 2 hours from civilization. And it's like, why'd you choose mass in the first place, then? Oh, they give a sticker with the ARC card? That's true. Currently, you are 7 hours from civilization. And 7 is only halfway a joke. 2 zip ties just to hold the cable for RGB close to the power cable. Still don't understand why the hell you need a frickin' RGB cable if you don't want to control it and just want it to be set to static blue. THP, were you here? I dropped the arc. Takes an hour to get to Boston from Boston. Yet it also takes me from Nashua an hour to get to Boston. Yes, you are correct. I am in the greater Boston area. Just like how Manchester Airport's Boston Logan, though. Like, it makes no sense. Yeah, I mean, hey, that makes sense, Dallin. We've got a talking computer on stream right now. Shift F10, OOBE / bypass NRO. That's because you are insane. You get paid decent, though. Alright, sure. But I don't know, man. Alright, let's get this going on Windows updates. And once this is doing Windows updates, we will work on getting the next one going. What do you guys think to go with a 4090? 7800X 3D? 7900X? And or 12900K. Tom, send him your GV60. Yeah, I'll just let it drive itself out there on full self-drive. What are your thoughts on the huge price drops, Steve, on S and X? What could go wrong? Also, the rare full self-drive price drop. You know the thing that's always going to be worth more and more? Yeah, they dropped the price on it. I've heard there's a decent number of Rivian R1S owners dumping their orders for Model X's. Ever since the Model S and X price drop. What are your thoughts on that? How cheap those are, respectively, and relatively speaking, how cheap those are getting. Because obviously they're still not cheap. But like, a Model X long range for $79,990, you can get it in any color and comes with tow package. And you get tax credit on it. Great, now my car is competing with a frickin' Model X. My car wasn't meant to compete with a Model X. Especially the GV70 electrified. That's just not tenable anymore. Because that's like 5 to 10 grand more than this. Oh, Eco Auto has a new i3 Rex. Where did my cursor just go? The cursor's just gone. Oh, it's back. Oh, for sure. Someone being able to afford an $80,000 car and still getting a tax credit? Relatively unlikely. Has to be less than in an SUV. Also, Model S and X Plaids, aren't those like 90 grand now? Which is kind of nuts. Wow. See them drive it around all the time? Yeah, I mean, what else are you supposed to do? Other than drive your thing. Your vehicle. I don't know, man. I haven't seen how big it is, but like... I don't know. Dual motor Rivians. Let's look at pricing. I haven't looked. How can you, like... I want to check how much a dual motor Rivian is. And you won't even let me. Why? I don't understand what the Rivian webpage is supposed to do. Like, I want to view pricing. Dual motor all-wheel drives for up to 390 miles of range. Yeah, that would be nice. Oh, there's the Explore options and pricing. Dual motor all-wheel drive is the base at $78 grand, and then a $6,000 large pack option. Wait, but how do you get the longer range? I don't understand. It's showing on their website 340 miles of range with the large pack. Oh. It's that with Max Pack, which you can't order yet. Got it. Stupid. You shouldn't be allowed to advertise it as... Whatever. Getting the GPU driver installed now. A firmware update is in progress. They're updating my device's firmware. What the hell? Miranda. What is going on? They're updating the firmware on my card. Yeah. It's showing up in Task Manager. Intel R, Arc TM. Okay, so... No, it's not Arch Linux time. Please, no. It's Arc. Alright, well, this is doing updates and stuff, so I'm going to let it be. And Yeah, when I tell you that the Pulse is the smallest card, I know that because I have one. Look at how much smaller than this it is. It's just so tiny. Alright, what do you guys think I should build next? I've got a 3070. I think actually next we'll take the fans out of a car, out of a system. Because not Montech. Gamdius wants me to keep the fans to be able to showcase them in the NISO P1 that I have. I have to shoot a whole video on that soon. I still got to shoot a full video on that Athena that we used. I also have an RX 68, so I've got the ARC, I've got a 6600, a 6800, a 6800 XT, and a 3070, and a 3090. Not 3090, 4090. What should I build? I also technically think I have a 2080. That was like hella abused and used by like a smoker or whatever. But for some reason works even though it's not supposed to. So what should I build, guys? Pull the 3080 out of that build. I think I'll put the 3070 in there. Or I'll put like a 6800 XT in here. So I've got a 12700K in this thing. I almost rotated the label right onto camera. And most of them are Leafs. Yeah, swap that with the 5500, 6800 XT build that I have. I think a 12.9 would do better, or a 7700X would do better when listed with a 3080 than an AMD card. Also, like I said, this thing has a 12700K in it because I got that bundle off of someone before a whole bunch of, what's it called? Before the bundles happened at Micro Center. So I had to remove all the fans out of this, and I guess I gotta add new fans in. I'll probably just add the cheap-ass ones that I can daisy chain super easy. This currently has an Oris Master 3080 in it. So that'll be nice to get out and regain access to. This is the Johnsbo D31. AMD cards really aren't hard to sell. I just gotta price them right. And I gotta actually like list things with them properly. This was quite the quaint system. Like, big Chungus card at the bottom. Deep cool CPU cooler. This is doing some software updates now, some Windows updates, whatever. Hey, THP. How's it going? Yeah, GameD just wants me to keep access to this fan pack. Because I put 4 fans in here. So, we'll pull them out, and we'll keep these. And I guess I'll put Bits Power Nachos in here. If I'm just going to put not a ton of them in, then we'll make them Bits Powers. Because I have 5 of those. And so I can do bottom, top, and rear. That works. Alright, see you later, Dallin. So this right here is a 12700K 3080 PC. Who used them for what? Who used what for what? The Bits Power Natos Touch Aquas? Or are you talking about the John's Bow? Or are you talking about the Deep Cool Cooler? There's so many things you could be talking about. Yeah, the Nachos fans are so cheap to get at Micro Center. Plus, I need to regain all my Aeolus M3 fans, which are what these are. I need to gather all of these so that I can build in the NISO P1. I'll have more than enough fans, because I think I might actually have enough to do some push-pull action, which would be nice. Extension process, privacy and security exited. Okay. Where fan? You see, fan costs extra money. I no spend extra money. You can go buy fan, but I no buy fan. Steve, I gotta ask, are you still hanging out? I'm genuinely curious who we still got hanging out with us right now. So, if you guys are hanging out in chat, make sure you guys say hi. Why did I have to... Still here, but flitting between editing and this. Got it. Hi, Miranda. Hey, THP. Alright, how am I gonna actually hit the frickin' release on this? Ow. On this damn GPU. I know. I'll remove the memory. That makes getting down there a little easier. That made getting down there no easier. No, actually it did help. Let's pull 1, 2, 3 power cables. And now you guys get to see how giant this card really is. It's literally the size of the opening right here. in the case. How do I do the LED crap? On the card. How do I control the Intel LED baloney? Blow on it. Oh, I gotta turn resizable bar on this. If I don't want to kneecap this card. Intel Arc RGB controller. Oh, it's a separate program. Wow. I know Arc needs rebar. I will get there. I just want it to light up blue. Or... Hey! It's working! Hey! Rainbow! Wow, this actually has a lot of, Good luck watching me do anything. I'm hidden. I'm hiding. I think the Arc needs rebar. I heard that somewhere. Alright, well, we've got the ARGB controller installed. And the card is rainbowing. Yes. I have too many things on the table is what you're telling me. Gee, thanks. I see you don't trust me anymore. You drop one graphics card that's worth $300 and nobody seems to trust you anymore. No. I still haven't used AMD 7000 series. Because I can't get them cheap enough. Like, if I could get a 7900X for $500, sure. 6800 XT will look good in this, I think. It's because I'm too cheap. And because I'm so cheap, I offer my builds at a cheap price, and usually they get sold very quickly. I have one that I'm going to switch what's paired with it. The 7700X, I'm going to pull that card, and I'll put the 3080 in there and put the 6800 XT in with this, I guess. Especially considering I already wrote off this 3080, and then I RMA'd it. I think one of my Kingpin 3090s isn't working. Alright, send it to me. That is hilarious that I literally give you a number and then you find one. And I'll message them and say, hey, can I come get this? There is no internet available. What? What do you mean, Gigabyte App Center? That is funny. And painful. So, yeah, we're gonna have to do a big video for Gamdius soon. Because they sent over a new power supply, they sent over their new flagship case, an extra 3-pack of fans, and a cooler. All for me to look at. If you can find an XTX for $700, I'll take it. Figure I just keep throwing you impossible numbers and you keep finding things, so. Alright, ARC doesn't look right in RGB mode. Tell me I'm wrong. You're wrong. I mean, I did ask you to do that. You agree ARC looks best with the solid blue? So like that. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, chameleon. It comes and goes. It comes and goes. No! Damn it. This is gonna suck to put these fans in. But, like, if I don't just put these fans in, I don't finish this build. Because if I get these fans and the card in that I want on this build, in Rhode Island for $800. And it's a reference. No thanks. Thank you, though, for looking. There's an Intel Arc A750 on Long Island for $125. I need to flip the fan. I installed the fan and I need to flip it. Installing fans is literally the worst thing in my life. Yeah, you should message them and see if they'll meet closer to you, Miranda. So, Steve, these just all end up on Facebook Marketplace. And it's through there that I've sold like 250 builds in the past 2 years. Maybe 3 years now. For that number of builds, I'm not selling more than 100 builds a year. Let me be clear. Oh no, Miranda doesn't want the 7950 XT or the 7900 XTX. They want the ARC card that's on that's on Long Island. That's $125. Also, that price for a frickin' That's the end of my sentence. I have a storefront, but a lot of it's just private sales. Most of the people that find me through just my listings on Facebook Marketplace, not through my storefront that I have on Facebook. But I get a couple that come in because of my storefront on Facebook, so I keep up with both. And it's like an extra 2-3 minutes max to list on a second place on Facebook since I'm already there. So it's not like it's actually causing me that much opportunity cost either. Isn't that more than new? So, about half of my inventory and stuff comes from Micro Center. Just about all my processors and motherboards at this point do. None of my graphics cards, mostly. Because the used market and stuff is much better. I do still get a decent number of cases from there. I don't get any power supplies from them. It's either Amazon or used market. So it really all depends on the hardware. I won't have any room to put a rear fan in, so no need to worry about that. But yeah, like THP sees me all the time driving by Micro Center and stuff. Oh, THP, we received that motherboard from Miranda today. You've seen me like 3 or 4 times. Right? Sorry, I'm just struggling to orient these fans right. So anytime I struggle with fans, I just shut up and I get it figured out. Otherwise, nothing ends up done right. Oh? Oh my! So, that got pulled off the card. Let's get that stuck back on there. That is, we'll go with less than ideal. There we go. That's seated properly again. Weird. Come on. This packaging sucks. I hate fans. I hate PC fans. They're literally like the worst thing to have to deal with. This is an Asus board, okay. THP, when do you work until? Oh, wow. 10 p.m.? That's a long day. Maybe if you hadn't upgraded yourself to a 7950 X3D, you could afford to get an EV sooner. Nah, trust me, I understand the wanting the best thing and all that. So in this case, actually, you can also get a digital top panel that goes right here. It's interesting to see that it comes apart like this. Yay! Polaris is RX 580, right? 570 and 80. RX 5X. Alright, all I need to do is add one more fan and add a graphics card, and this mess of cables will be ready to go. Alright, let's get the next fan in. Oh, my back. It's killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. I'm old. I just went to check my phone. I don't have my iPhone. Yeah, ow. It didn't help sitting in a car yesterday for 6.5 hours. Going to northern Vermont and back. Well, Burlington, Vermont and back. We took the Y, but it would have been perfectly fine if we'd just done, if we'd taken the GV60, we would have just done 2 charges at Ben & Jerry's. Or Ben & Jerry's in West Lab. Steve, I don't know if you've noticed, but Merrimack's still not online. Which is obviously less than ideal. That's the station I want to use. 6 brand new 350s. Hope. I can't remember if they were Signet or BTC Power. So they had posted on the mall's Facebook page that it was going to be active by end of month. End of last month, that is. Alright, we're almost done wrenching on this one. Alright, do I stick a 3070 or 6800 XT in with a 12700K and DDR5? What do you guys think? And since this DDR5 is RGB, do you think I pull it out and put other stuff in? You see, THP, the problem with putting the 3070 in here is it's my last 3070. And I've been throwing those builds out the door at 750. With 5500s. Ow. I just cut my thumb. With the damn RGB lead. Ask Miranda how many I've got on the way. Well, ask Miranda how many they have on the way. And then how many of those are for me. Boo! I don't want a Signet Surge. THP, the answer is I have 15 more already on the way. I'm just waiting for them. Yeah. So, whoa, I didn't realize we had gotten up to being 98 3070s. Jesus. How are you even going to have time to test all of those? New ones don't surge, they spike? What do you mean? Oh, okay. I forgot we had added mine on as Zotac blowers, not as PNYs. And should I pull the RGB memory out and throw it in something with like a 12.9? I think the answer to that is yes. Because RGB sells. Well, I mean, I will appreciate if you can get some, like, 15 done the first day and send mine out right away. But I understand if you can't. No response, THP. Hey, I'll take a spike instead of a surge. Alright guys, I'll be right back up. I'm grabbing extra memory, and I'm actually going to check and see what our estimated total remaining on our vehicle as far as battery health is. So it'll take me a minute or two to come back up. Be right back. Looks like I've got 66 kilowatt hour left as a full battery. Revolt. I am back. So my battery is showing some signs of degradation. At a 100% charge, the car is showing currently 236 miles of range. Hey, how's it going, Vortex? The car is showing 236 miles of range, and in car scanner it's showing that I've got 64 kilowatt hour of usable energy. So if you extrapolate that out to the full, that's showing that it's at 96.5%. If you extrapolate that out to 100%, VMS, not regular car, but because like it's got a top buffer and everything. I'd love to see what a full car, or like a brand new car said for full charge energy, but 64 at 100%. Not amazing. 64 kilowatt hour usable. I am doing good. I am once again asking, what graphics card do you guys think should go in here? I think it's just going to be a 6800 XT. Like, straight up. I'm doing good, thank you for asking. We've got a couple of different things we're working on. We're just going to keep building today. Today's going to be one of those days that just doesn't have like a defined ending until I run out of time. Really, I'm just going to keep kind of working, chipping away at stuff. Got the 6800 XT installed in the system, so that's good. Alright, let's stand it up, get the top on it, power it on, and see how it looks. Let's get this 3080 off the top of the other build. Get the other build over to the picture station. Alright, this ARC build is ready to go. So, shutting down. So this one's got an Intel Arc A770 16GB limited edition. Intel Arc is Intel's brand new discrete graphics card wing. They've made like 3 cards. So it's just more so me trying something new than it being like a PC I'm trying to profit a ton on. And so it's going to get listed accordingly. This will get listed for $25 above cost, $50 above cost. And cost is not high. Board and CPU's $152, graphics card at $220. Cost is going to be sub $600. So I'll probably list it for like $600. That's got our Ryzen 5 5500 in it with Wi-Fi board and everything. Alright, let's get this Johnsbow thing powered up. I like this case. It's very compact. I know that's what it's intended to be, but I think this already has Windows on it at this point, because it's a build I've already worked on. So, all right. Yeah, those fans are a win. John's Bow D31. Indeed. This thing looks awesome. Steve, you still hanging? I know you're editing and everything, but I wanted to know if you had heard my results of my full charge. What my remaining energy numbers looked like. Yes, I would like to download and install Armory Crate. I can delete IQ. This has probably a boatload of updates to do. Oh, it says an Evo Plus 2 terabyte. Nice. I never range tested it to begin with, though. That's the problem. I'd love to see, if yours says 100% state of health, I'd love to see what your cumulative charge, or your energy remaining number would be. Yeah, I've road tripped this. I haven't road tripped this much. Car scanner is super simple to set up. You download the app, you select the vehicle, and you select your OBD reader. And then it sets everything up for you. It's literally like 5 button presses. I hadn't set it up on this phone, and I did it that quickly. Let's see. I have some messages from someone else with a GV60 as well as another vehicle. James Solero. At 92% state of charge, he was seeing 67, 312 watt hour, 67.3 kilowatt hour in his Ioniq 5. And his is reading 100% state of health. So yeah, I've got some real degradation. It's at least 3 or 4 kilowatt hour. That's not great. It's definitely faster than I would have expected it to degrade. So... I don't know that I've road tripped this one. I haven't taken the GV60 anywhere. I've taken it down to Connecticut, and I know what I arrived with, which is around 23 to 24%. If I go one of the 2 routes, but I don't remember what the speeds were or anything. I don't remember how long it took me. But I was arriving at the dealership at like 20... anywhere from... I've arrived at the dealership anywhere from about 30 to 22%. Not enough to really give it a huge swing. Like, it's not precise enough, is what I'm trying to say. I drove the GV70 down, and I arrived at 33% once. I don't know what I did differently. I can't tell you. I have literally no clue. This case right now looks awesome with the two top RGB fans. It'll be easier to see if I tilt it this way. Yeah, and the two bottom ones. Radeon RX 6800 XT is recognized. So this is just about ready to go. I had to re-XMP the RAM. So we will restart to do that. I had to XMP some of that memory as well. Waiting for this thing to reboot is taking 17 million years. I have noticed in the past week and a half, my max mileage has dropped really significantly. Like, it dropped from saying... It dropped about 15% on what it was saying. Alright, and XMP enabled, advanced mode F7, unlock power limits, all that good stuff. Okay, resize bar, make sure that's on. Yep. But yeah, like, I don't know, man. I don't have a set thing that I'd done with this. I'd done the Ionic 5. I guess I could see how far I get in this now. But I'd need someone with like a fresh car to come run it with me. Alright, everybody go watch my short real quick and come back. It's got 5 freaking views on it. I'm kidding. Don't actually. Don't leave and go do that. Does Turo have a GV60 on there? Because like if I had this issue with my Model Y, I'd approach Eco Auto and say, hey, can I borrow Model Y? But I trust Tesla Scanner's data. I don't know that I trust... scan my Tesla's data. I don't know that I trust that in a year I have more degradation than we do in our Model Y. Where yesterday at the beginning of our trip, at 100% charge, it was saying we had 67%, or 67 kilowatt hour. Instead of the 64 that I'm seeing at full on this. Because that's 10 kilowatt hour gone from the usable amount that you're supposed to have. Yeah. I don't disagree. But... yes, I was looking at a short and Barbie started playing. And so... please no copyright. I don't know, man. It's just... I guess I could use this as my baseline? and do a 0 to, when it says 0 watt hour remaining, to 100% charge. And see how much energy I add, knowing that there are losses. But like if I add less than 70 kilowatt hour, then I know there's definitely something wrong. Assuming 10% losses. Man, I wish I'd stayed home to charge this today instead of DC charging. Alright, time to go plug the vehicle to load adapter and to just start burning energy. Start sending energy. Jesus! That's annoying. And like, it's not like my boss owns one. It's, so I know someone else who owns one. Local-ish. But it's my dad's my dad's cousin's wife's boss. So like, I don't know what to do. I definitely have degradation. I didn't expect to have basically 10% or 10 kilowatt hour of degradation, though. I might be able to see if I go back far enough. From PCs and EVs has image in battery data. If I go back to the very first set of pictures that I have, it doesn't have energy remaining in any of my screenshots. No! None of my early screenshots have energy remaining. I have one. Okay, so I have one where it charged to 97% SoC BM and SoC BMS. Oh, this was the GV70. Okay, so that had about 74 kilowatt hour usable at full charge. Sounds good. I hope you heard what I just said. It's 73,874 remaining energy at 100% charge on the GV70 when I first got it. Hey, THP, I forgot that I owned Blueberry. So I was looking back and I was like, wait, why do I have a blue Model Y? Dutch Facebook Marketplace is awful. No good deals to be found. I'm sorry to hear that. I think we're probably going to call this done in just a couple of minutes, guys. As I am now out of energy and extremely mentally distracted. But I think we got a lot more done today than I did yesterday. I mean, I got one full build done from scratch. And I got the fans swapped on this one so I can list this one, and the graphics card swapped. So that's very good. I finished up yesterday's build. Yeah, I mean, we streamed for 2.5 hours. That's good enough. Now I just gotta get everything listed. Alright, I'm gonna call that good. Hopefully you all have a great rest of your day. And enjoy. THP, I want you to message me. I've got things to talk about. But have a great rest of your day, everyone. Bye-bye.